everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. So, I literally just woke up from a nap. I needed a nap because I was up till 5 this morning working. That was a long shift, and I got another one tonight. But before I get started with working away from YouTube, I want to sit down and do a quick react to Foodie Beauty. So, she's done a couple of live streams, and I purposely did not react to them because they were just straight up boring. It was just her sitting in the car eating. You guys didn't miss anything. Trust me, you didn't. This live stream, she's kind of doing the same thing, but this live stream, some of the Beezers were not happy with her, with the content. They've been complaining a lot about you take us somewhere, do something. We're getting about sick and tired of you streaming with your camera off and not going anywhere and eating. We're sick of that. You need to go somewhere. You need to do something. So people in the chat are not happy with her. They are complaining and saying, please do something else because this is ridiculous. And they're right. It is ridiculous. Also, in this live stream, Foodie is supposedly all moved out from the apartment. Although I have my doubts. I don't think she has to leave right now. I think maybe she's got to be gone before the first of the month, which will be in exactly 48 hours. But in my opinion, what makes this stream a little bit more disgusting, other than her eating, it's the fact that she was in the car eating and she had her suitcase directly behind her, knowing that people were going to see it. She wanted people to see it. It kind of gave me the same vibes of, y'all remember when she staged the condoms in her room? Acting like, oh, I didn't know they were there. The same vibes. The staging was all over the place. So maybe she was staging the suitcase behind her to give the impression that she was homeless, and maybe people would feel sorry for her and send her money through PayPal, and that's why she was doing the suitcase staging. It was really gross to me because there are people in this world that are homeless, that are really going through it. They're really going through some hard times and they need help, and maybe they don't know where to get it. But here's Foodie in the car with her makeup on, looking refreshed, acting like she's homeless, doing the homeless, I don't have a home grift for PayPal donations. It's really disgusting, really in bad taste, bad form, Foodie, very bad form. If you're in your car, you're eating fast food, you look refreshed, you don't really need money right now. And nobody should be giving you any. And the ones who are stupid. So I wanted to react to her live, and thank goodness it was a short live. We're going to zip through this. This might be one of my shorter reacts, but I wanted to give you guys a glimpse of like what she's doing and what she's up to. She's talking about a road trip. Foodie doesn't do road trips. She hates going anywhere. She hates traveling any place. But in true Foodie fashion, she's going to take something bad and make it seem like it's something good and it's something she's looking forward to, when in all truth, she's not looking forward to it and she doesn't really want to do it. But there is some Twitter peep stuff to go over, just a few things. We're going to go over that, and then we're going to cut into her live stream. So let's look at the Twitter peeps. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, it's time for the Twitter peeps. I'm going to go ahead and just bring up the tab. Let me just make sure I am where I need to be. I am great. All right. So, for those of you that are on Twitter, that you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you not on Twitter, that's why I do the Twitter peeps, so you guys can keep up with all the Twitter stuff without actually having to be there. All right. So, first post is from DX. Saying, I was going to say you guys really need to stop with the cow tipping, but keep going, I guess. This is a clip from her stream. Let's watch.
Sorry, you're on the run. Oh, I'm not sorry. Thank you. I'm actually excited for just traveling around, doing whatever, being free. Not being stuck without anything in a little apartment. No. Eating ravioli, like who cares?
See what I mean? She's doing that. Let me turn lemons into lemonade thing. Let me take this situation that I'm not happy with, but when I get in front of the camera, I'm going to act like I'm happy about it and I'm looking forward to it. Really now? Really? You're happy to be going somewhere. You're happy to be going on the road. Then why is it when you were in Canada living at the Canadian Villa, you really didn't go anywhere. You preferred to stay in your room, eating food, going no place the entire time you were there. You barely went out. You barely left your house. And then when you were in Kuwait, same thing. When you were living with Salah and you guys had a car, the only time you liked to go out was to get the fast food. Food had to be involved somewhere. So now all of a sudden you're looking forward to road trips. Foodie, you hate to travel. It's uncomfortable for you. It's hot. It's uncomfortable. You don't want people seeing you. You don't want to be out in public. Being out in the public eye is something you just don't do. Okay, Kristen says, completely unbothered and totally better off woman who has never had her life affected by the internet whinges about how unaffordable Canada is as she sits in a rented car with everything she owns and nowhere to go. Huh. How unaffordable Canada is. I'm sure there are lots of affordable places in Canada. I mean, every state, every country, you've got the expensive places, you've got the cheap places. And if you need a place to live, you'll make any place work. Even if you move into a not great apartment, you can fix it up nice and make it cozy. It just takes a little imagination, a little bit of elbow grease. But I guess Foodie doesn't have any elbow grease, does she? Nah, all of her grease is on a Wendy's hamburger. So she's saying it's too expensive. I can't afford it. She could afford it. She could definitely afford a place in Canada. She's just so cheap and she's so stupid that she doesn't want to give up part of her money for rent. When once upon a time she had enough money, she didn't care. She didn't care about paying the rent. She didn't care about paying rent for herself and Pete's and her food and the party favors and supplementing Natter's life. She could afford all of that and she did it. But now all of a sudden it's a problem. It's a problem because she doesn't have much money. That's why she's complaining so much. Hectic Llama says she totally just doxed the landlord. Nana Spike T says, then mentions the landlord lives there. WTF, I swear her mouth is as big as her gun. You know, she said that. She said that the landlord lived in the same building that she was renting. I don't see that as being a problem. Maybe she saw it as being a problem because with the landlord being so close, if she caused a disturbance, if she was smoking in the apartment, if she wasn't supposed to smoke, if she had pets there that she wasn't supposed to have, she would get in trouble. So she didn't like the landlord living in the same building only because she's a problem tenant and she knows it. If she's a rule breaker, she doesn't like the landlord being around to know that she's breaking the rules and is going to say something. So if you weren't a rule breaker, Foodie, you wouldn't care if the landlord lived in the same building. As a matter of fact, if you were a good tenant, you would say that was a bonus, not a minus, because if something happens in your apartment, you can let the landlord know and the landlord would be right on top of it. But I guess you saw things differently. DX says Nosferatu is in a rental car cope lying with a suitcase full of tents and garbage in the back seat. She is homeless, has lost her family, presumably still has 2 broken toes, and is an internationally acclaimed debaucherous prostitute. Guys, I think the audience did their worst. I respectfully and politely disagree with you, DX. I don't think the audience did their worst. I don't think this is the fault of Girl World or the audience. What we're watching, ladies and gentlemen, is the consequences of one's own actions and one's own bad energy. If bad things are happening to Foodie, it's not because of us. It's because of her. She is the architect of her own life. She starts things and then she finishes things. And everything in between is also hers. We have nothing to do with this. We are just spectators. We are sitting on the bleachers with our popcorn and our snacks. We're watching all this go down. She built the tower. The tower was not solid. It was not positive, and it is crumbling around her quite rapidly. That is karma. That is her karma. That was the karma that she created. We got nothing to do with it. All that we've ever done is react to the things that she put in play. And that's it. She started the ball rolling, and maybe here and there, girl world kicked the ball, but then she would get control of it again and kick it towards the fence and not make a goal. All right, so Perfectly Imperfect says Foodie Beauty is spiraling like a rotisserie chicken on turbo speed. You can feel her itching to talk about Salah. The silence is loud. She's losing control then, baby. It's only a matter of time before we get a full-blown rage arc. Popcorn's in the microwave. I don't know. I don't know about the rage thing. I don't know about her coming forward and having a meltdown and talking about Salah. It would seem for now that things are okay because she's keeping her calm. She's keeping her cool. She's not even letting certain things slip right now. And she's also keeping herself well medicated and also eating, which, by the way, y'all, if you see her come on camera and she's eating at warp speed, she uses food as comfort to calm herself down. So if you see her stuffing her face, she's probably not going to rage. Her rages, her real rages, happen when she's not eating. So if she's eating and she's just like stuffing that comfort in her mouth by the handfuls, she's not going to rage. You know, she's keeping her calm, keeping her calm, keeping her calm. So whenever I see her stuff her face, I know she's not going to rage. All right. Perfectly Imperfect says Foodie Beauty live stream recap 6/28/25. Live from the car, one woman, no camera, no charger, no clue. Oh, this is from yesterday. Oh, I think I'll skip that for a minute. Sophie from France says, rewatching Pulpy Syntax discovering the Dee Dee story in Cuba day one. I can't. Poor Pulpy. Y'all need to stop traumatizing Pulpy. He is a treasure. Do not corrupt Pulpy talking about the Dee Dee situation. Poor Pulpy. Kelly says, her audience is going to get sick of this crap content, staring at a black screen while she talks about nothing. Hey, stupid. Charge your phone if you know you're going live. Yeah, that's a frequent excuse with Foodie. How many times is she going to lose her doggone charger? And since she's got a car, she can't go somewhere and get a new charger. I mean, they're not that expensive. There are places that sell chargers. You can get one at Target. You can get one at Best Buy. She can't find a store that has a charger and buy it and bring it in the car. No, we get the charger excuse. Oh, my phone's about to die. My phone's about to die. Why do I have a feeling she's in her mom's car? That mom put her on a car curfew and she can only have the car for so long. She's not in a rental car. She's in her mom's car. Mom says, go ahead and do your live stream, but you've got an hour and that's all you got. Mrs. H says, took her to the groomer and now she's acting like I dropped her off at Foodie Beauty's house. No. That poor kitty. Kitty does not look happy. Perfectly Imperfect says, this comment under Tom Horlock's latest Foodie Beauty video had me screaming. This person, who are the, I can't pronounce that name. Is the Middle East not going through enough? Good Lord. Oh no, that comment is awesome. Small Silly Cat says, do I look like a rabbit to you? You know, if you're a cat owner and your cat ever gives you that look, whatever it is you did, you need to undo it. You might get scratched in the middle of the night. They might bite your toes and wake you up out of a sound sleep for revenge. Aw, Bootin' Vegan says, cow loves music. Cows are just big puppies that give milk. So cows love music. Look at this cow. It's like, play some more for me. I like it. What a good cow. You're a good cow. Good moo-moo. All right, so that's it for the Twitter peeps. I told y'all it wouldn't take too long. Now we're going to go on to her live stream, and I already predict I'm going to be jumping around a lot because she's going to get boring as usual. As you guys can see, there's the suitcase in the back seat. She got her suitcase all in the back seat, and she made sure to have it in camera view. Look, guys, I'm really moving out. I'm going somewhere. Is it because your viewers were complaining, Foodie? about you not going anywhere, you're not doing anything, they were sick of the black screen, or you're just simply trying to do the grift of acting like you're homeless when you're not. Because you're probably staying somewhere and you don't want people to know where you're staying. But the last few live streams, you've been acting like you're living in your car when I know for a fact you're not. I could tell just simply because of the fact you don't have big eye bags, okay? And not to be rude, I'm not trying to be rude here, but you being the size that you are, and the pictures that have come on Twitter of the steering wheel being jammed up against your stomach, I can't imagine that being comfortable for you. I can't see it being comfortable for driving, and I can't see you being able to sleep in a car comfortably. How can anybody sleep with a steering wheel jammed in the middle of their stomach? That just, you feel like you can't get your breath. But you're acting like I'm homeless and I've been living out of my car. No, you're not. And staging the suitcase behind you, girl, we see you. We absolutely see you. You're doing this for PayPal grift. We see you. I see you. And I think she took off the chat portion of this video because I don't see it anymore. I mean, you guys can look. Where's the chat portion? Did you get rid of it, Foodie? Is it not processed yet? I'll keep checking. All right, let's do this, y'all.
This is going to be messy. I don't want to get dirty.
You know what? Wait a minute before you get started. Look, she's only got like 5 comments on her video. Her video was 7 hours ago. There should be more than like 5 comments. She's editing her comments. She's only letting the nice ones come through. Boo, Foodie. I like to react to the comments. You ruined my fun a little bit, but that's okay. Do what you want to do. All right, let's do this. And yes, I'm starting about 11 minutes in. You guys aren't missing much. I cut out that portion on purpose because she was eating her food, and that's gross. But let's keep going with this.
Oh, no. Okay, let's be careful. Careful, bees. They didn't give
I thought she was done eating.
me a fork.
I cut a... Y'all look. Like, oh, okay, it's not going to be in the preview window. But she was eating food earlier. She's eating some more.
Oh, they did. Yes. Oh, I love them. Thank you.
You know what, Foodie? If you're back in Canada and you're trying to recreate the old vintage Foodie feel of doing the car mukbangs, you failed. Because it's not the same vibe. Some of the car mukbangs, yeah, they were boring. But again, like, what did I tell you the last time? Did you not learn? Do we got to go back to the chalkboard and I have to point out the lesson to you? What's missing from your channel is the fun. Like, used to be weird, quirky, and there were irritating moments, but there were also funny moments. The fun is missing. So you're trying to recreate the Canada mukbang car thing, not working. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't hit the same. It's just you sitting in a car stuffing your face, and you're not really doing live streams per se. You're just turning on a camera during your lunch break, and you're not even entertaining during your lunch break.
Come to Ohio. There ain't nothing to do. Oh, it's a spoon. Yeah, because the nachos are going to be soggy. Look. Very thankful that this didn't happen when I was fully established into my place.
See, she's doing that thing right now. I wanted this to happen. I want to be without an apartment. Oh, apartments are a pain in the butt anyway. Who needs them? Lots of people, Foodie. Lots of people. But she's acting like, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to go on the road. I want to be traveling from place to place. I don't want to be locked down. I feel sorry for all of you fools that are locked down into apartments and houses and you're paying the rent. What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with us, Foodie. Some of it's just like stability. Maybe you're a big fan of instability, but a lot of us aren't.
Do you know what I mean? Hey, cat. Hey, Pajammy. With like all kinds of new furniture. This happened right before the day I was going to go shopping and furnish my whole apartment.
Chantal, I think we can all safely agree you had no intention of staying there. As a matter of fact, the feeling was you really didn't want to be there. Maybe your family got sick of you staying with them and they're like, let's go the extra mile and get her into an apartment just to get her out of the house. But you didn't really not want to be there. You didn't want to be there. And so you were doing everything in your power to make sure you got kicked out. You were breaking all the rules. You broke the toilet. I heard that you were paying the butt to the landlord. You were complaining from day one. You got a cat when the lease said no cats. You were smoking in the apartment when it said no smoking. You purposely doxed your place inside, knowing that people were going to investigate and find out where you were. And that's exactly what happened. You configured everything to get out of there. You did not want to be there.
Right? Think about it. It's just chili and cheese nachos.
I'm sorry, those look gross. Can we hurry up and finish that? Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah. If it was all Avril Lavigne and Adam, never. I've never seen a celebrity here. I think most of them get famous and move out of Canada. Hey, Nubby. Whoops. Did you tell me what happened, Bear? Pause. I see a celebrity every time I look in the mirror. Me and Juice are doing adventures. No, Ambrosius. I had a feeling. Oh, no, Ambrosius. Oh. Rest in peace, Ambrosius. Was he older? Poor Ambrosius. I'm so sorry, Bear. That's heartbreaking. Oh. Poor Bunny. He's in the rainbow. What do they say? Cross over the rainbow bridge? Aw.
And by the way, Chantal, if you're trying to do like the I'm homeless, I need money grift, you're not doing it the right way. In fact, you shouldn't do it at all because you're not really homeless. Staging, you made sure to stay. Look right here. This could be over here where she's at, where we couldn't see it. But she wanted everybody to see that suitcase, like that suitcase means something. For all we know, that suitcase could be empty. There'd be nothing in it. And the only time you really put the suitcase in the car is when you are ready to get behind the wheel and go somewhere. But she's just sitting there. She's sitting in the same location that she was in before in the last live streams. So this is staged. All of it is staged. I'm not saying she's not going to go anywhere. Who knows where she's going to end up next? But obviously she's not traveling today, probably nor tomorrow. I mean, she's got it till the 1st, I think.
Juice has feelings, babe.
And by the way, I got a question. Like she says, I got everything in my suitcase. What about her bed? She had a bed. Where'd the bed go? What about the rest of her stuff? Is that stuff in storage?
It's a running gag. Oh, I didn't see your message. Yeah, I haven't even checked. Sorry, Bear. We're here for you, love. That's so sad. I'm sorry. Worst pain. One of the worst pain. Well, worse losing a loved one, losing a pet, you know? Yeah, sorry for your loss. Oh, yeah, it is.
Chantal, you've made a point to lose your pets. You made a point to just lose them, abandon them, neglect them. You don't cry over any of that. You never have. I mean, here you are without your husband and Julia. No tears flowing down your face.
Oh, hey, punk rock. How you been? Hi, Jackie.
And I apologize for showing her eating. I did try to cut out a lot of it. I really did. I didn't know she'd still be eating.
Thank you, Stella Pete. Yeah. No emails, messages. I've been really just like out of it, like busy. But yeah, we'll play Crazy Frog at Ambrosia's funeral, Bear. Oh. He was 5, had him since he was born. He had a stroke on Monday, and we've been just trying to get him to be better, and he just wasn't. Oh, he had a stroke. Oh, poor guy. I'm really sorry. Yeah, right, Lily. Hardest and kindest decision. Yeah. Xanax?
Has her chat shown up yet? Shut up, Foodie. It's been 7 hours. Where is the chat? Did she hide it? Did she disable it? Because it should have processed by now. For those that don't know, when you do live streams, once the live stream is over, it takes a little while for the chat to process. But this live stream was for an hour. It should have been processed by now. So I'm like, where is the chat? Did she get rid of it? I think she did because people were complaining.
We have this running gag, Salat and I, because with the feelings things, because when we brought Julia to the vet one time, he said, alien language. He said, hey, Sassy Sierra. Tangerine, you've seen it all. There's a long history here, huh? Mm-hmm. Aw.
Okay, I'm skipping ahead. She's being boring. I don't need the boring parts.
Hold on.
Why are you turning it off?
Extra hijab here.
See, this part is what ticks people off. She doesn't do long live streams anymore. And most of the portions of the lives, she does this crap where she turns the camera off. Chantal, I'm going to tell you the same thing you told the reaction channels. Cam up and stay cammed up. Don't be lazy and turn your camera off. Look how much of this. Her turning it off. Look,
Screwdriver? I got it.
She disappeared for a long time. That is just ridiculous. The live stream was like for an hour.
Should have put this in.
See? From like a good 10 minutes, she kept everybody waiting. And I don't know if she had to go to the bathroom or what she was doing, but she turned the camera off and she purposely kept the camera on to run up the meter just a little bit more for a little bit more Google AdSense money and to make her stream longer. Listen, if you're a streamer and you sit down, unless there's an emergency situation or you got diarrhea or something like it, once that stream starts, you should just be right there. Maybe disappearing for a couple of minutes is acceptable, but disappearing for 10 minutes is crazy. And yet she feels free to do that to her audience.
I need to take some medicine, if you don't mind. Should have put this in the charger there.
Like all the stuff that she's doing in this live stream, she should have done before the live stream started. You got to eat before the live stream starts. You got to put on your makeup, do it before the live stream starts. You got to go to the bathroom, try to do it before the live stream starts. That way there's less interruption. And you can just sit down and talk to your chat and discuss whatever it is you have to discuss. But Chantal is someone that she doesn't have any ideas. There's no creativity here. She doesn't know what to do other than babble when the camera's turned on. And she's got nothing to really talk about, although at the same time, she's got plenty to talk about. She could make this stream interesting. She could fill up an hour saying, this is what's going on, and this is what I'm going to do, and here are my plans, and I might go here. Like, fill up the stream with interesting topics. Make interesting conversation if that's all you can do. But she doesn't even know how to do that. She just turns on the camera, burns up about 10 to 15 minutes or so, eating her food. Then she'll turn the camera off and disappear for 10 more minutes. And then she comes back whining about, I can't find my charger. Not our problem. And this is her cleaning the car. Can this not wait till after the stream is over?
More garbage.
Oh my goodness, Chantal, your abaya and your hijab are filthy.
Hello, Nicole, Lilith, Justine. Isn't this the cutest little screwdriver?
Are you kidding me? Are we playing show and tell with a screwdriver? Are we really doing that?
Got it to install my AC and I'm taking it with me. So it's called Teeny Turner.
Oh, please stop it. People are not coming to you to know what screwdriver to buy.
And there's all kinds of little bits in it. And then you just change the bit and use this bit to push it out. I don't know. Never know when you're going to need a screwdriver. Where's my pills? Teeny Turner. Are you excited for a new place?
That's weird. Somebody asked her, are you excited for the new place? And she kind of did like a nodding head no motion. I just caught that. Why were you nodding your head no?
Richard, I got a car. Yeah. For now. Where's my makeup? Just wait, guys.
See, like, look at all this time wasting crap. Eating food, showing us a screwdriver, rummaging through her purse. Talk to your viewers, Chantal. Talk to them. We're like 33 minutes into an hour-long live stream. Girl.
Tiny
and we're going to waste some more time by putting on her lipstick.
Turner is simply the best. Am I living outside the car now? No.
Well, I knew that. I knew she wasn't living in the car just by the way she looks. Like I said, if she were truly car beezing, living in the car, you'd be able to tell. She would look haggard more than she already does. She would look not well rested. She would have huge eye bags from not being able to sleep. I mean, she would be absolutely miserable. But she's looking well rested, like she slept in a bed.
I gave my date to move out.
No. You did not give your date to move out. The landlord gave you a date to move out. You got to be out maybe by the 1st or before. They gave you a date, not the other way around. It wasn't like you were there for 6 months and then you decided to leave and you notified the landlord. Nope. Nope, it was the other way around.
And until then, I've been like at nights staying at the apartment and packing, organizing.
Organizing what? Moving what? You didn't have much in the way of possession. And I'm not shaming you for not having much. You just moved there. But what exactly were you moving? You didn't have any big furniture. You just got to pack your suitcase in the bed.
That kind of thing. Hey, Melissa. And then
Girl, fix your lip line quick. It's as ragged as you.
no, it's walk upstairs. So next time I get a place, because listen, even if you're in shape, like the stairs, when you're trying to move things.
Okay, I got a question. So if you were the tenant of the apartment, most times when you're a tenant and you're looking at a place, you do a walkthrough. So did you do a walkthrough? And if you did the walkthrough, you didn't notice the stairs then, and you being of a bigger size, you didn't anticipate that that would become a pain in the butt or potentially dangerous or strenuous for you. If you knew about the stairs in the apartment, why did you get the apartment in the first place? Was it the only place you could get? Did somebody choose the place for you just to get you to get out of the house? You moved in, and then afterwards you're complaining about the stairs.
This is actually exciting. You made it through a rough time. You're a trooper. There's so many possibilities. Thank you.
Oh, please. You're such a trooper, Foodie. You're such a trooper for moving. She was barely there. How is she a trooper? What does she prove to us? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You. Yeah. I'm like thinking, well, there goes my stability. But then I'm thinking, I don't need stability.
Chantal, as much as you say you don't need stability, I beg to differ. You like to say that you don't need stability, but everybody needs stability. Even you. When you were in Kuwait, living in the oceanside villa, that was a little bit of stability, wasn't it? You were living in an apartment under somebody else's name, because I'm sure your name wasn't on the lease, and you could be there. You had a space to do whatever it is you wanted to do. You could have food delivered. Is that not stability? Having a place to stay, having a place to sleep, having a place to make money. I mean, yes, you can take your show on the road if you want to, but the thing is, you're not built for that. You're not built tough like that. People who do the van life, the camper life, they're cut from a stronger cloth. They know how to roll with the punches. They know how to take care of themselves. They know how to take care of themselves and the vehicle that they're in. I mean, you got to know how to just roll with it. You're not built like that. You don't know how to take care of yourself. And that's why you're always searching out someone else to hold the driver's seat and sit in it and drive while you sit in the back seat and look out the window. So all this nonsense of, I don't need stability, is a bunch of horse crap. You need some sort of stability to be comfortable, to do what you do. You don't like being uncomfortable.
Maybe I thrive on chaos. Who knows? I guess we'll find out. Red is definitely your color. Thank you. I'm hyper now. Pull down the Cupid's bow. I don't know. Like, Thanks, Jessica Stanton. Afraid of elevators. Yeah, when I lived in an apartment building like years ago, we were on the ground floor because I was like, I'm not taking an elevator. Thanks, Saucy. But then I took an elevator when we lived in Kuwait. Thanks, Sarah Lee. So I was like, but I was always with Salah mostly, but I still took it like, it did break down. You know what made it less nerve-wracking for me? And this is funny. This is really weird to me. Because for me, what I'm afraid of elevators is the claustrophobia and feeling confined in a metal box, okay? A manic episode. Thanks, Harper. So, when it's the doors that you can pry open, number one, that helps. I like the two doors, not the one like metal solid. Hey, Tammy. Thank you. Usually the universal type of butter knife. Yeah, it's handy, a butter knife. Yeah, I usually use knives too. Oh, no. And there's no phone in the elevator. What? Foodie? No way. Expired hot dogs, like the relish guy. I always sometimes check the elevator. I'll look in when the door.
Chantal, shut up about the elevator. Okay. Find a different, interesting topic because this ain't it.
I find exposure does help. I got stuck in a work. Actually, I used to pray to get stuck in an elevator at work too, because I'm like, one, if something happens to me, I'll just sue them. And two, I get to miss work. But I hated my.
So you allegedly have claustrophobia. And because you have that, allegedly, you don't like elevators because you feel closed in, you feel kind of trapped. But at the same time, now you're telling us this story about you prayed to get stuck in an elevator. What person who has claustrophobia that revolves around elevators would want that? Rule number one, Chantal lies. Rule number two, she tells on herself. So she just lied and then she just told on herself. I don't think she really has claustrophobia. She just makes a big deal out of being in elevators.
Job then.
Maybe the truth is that she's afraid of being in an elevator and the elevator gets stuck, and then the rescue of her in the elevator, it might be embarrassing. How would they get her out of there? Maybe that's the real deal.
What? They cut them in half. Oh, yeah, I heard of that. That's what they say. If there's a receiver for the phone. Yeah, if it's like an actual phone, forget it. Hey, Kiam. Oh, the dinner lady with the trolley at the nursing home. Who's one person y'all would love to be stuck in with? My sweet love.
Oh, I'm sure he'd hate that.
Whenever Juice used to go in the elevator, because Salah would bring her down.
Okay, you know what? Shut up. I'm not in the mood today. Move on.
Like, I feel mentally better when I'm like completely sober from everything. So I think that's how I have to stay. You know, it's hard because like this country is full of self-medications, if you catch my drift.
You're right. There's lots of dispensaries and places like that. But so she's saying that she feels better when she's sober. Okay, then why aren't you? Why aren't you sober? I mean, you should have learned this lesson ages ago. When you were at the Canadian Villa and you were overindulging in edibles and shatter bears and everything else, you didn't reach that conclusion? That overindulging leads to feeling bad, leads to just not doing anything. Now it hits you. I should stay sober. Well, let's see if that actually happens. And Chantal, you cannot blame Canada or the United States or wherever else you might get stuff as the reason for overindulging. There's lots of people that they're surrounded by the same medications and they don't overindulge because they got some sense. You don't have any sense. You see it, you got to have it, you got to have a lot of it, whatever it is. Food, got to have too much food. Medications, got to have too many of those. You are an extremist. You take things to the extreme. You don't know how to moderate. You just don't. Can't. Got to do too much.
But I don't know if it's my mental health pills I'm on. It doesn't. I don't know. It's awful sometimes, the level of depression and paranoia. Hi, Pumpy. I bought so many edibles. I gave the rest away.
Lies. As if Chantal would give her edibles away. As if she would ever do that. Chantal would never. That'd be like Chantal giving away a bag of Nashies. Could anybody imagine her giving away a bag of Nashies to somebody? Because I can't.
There's a lot of people I know in my life that would eat them. So,
name one.
Orange julep. It can, yeah. That's too bad. But some people I know, they need, like, they function so well on it, but don't know.
Yeah, because they do the recommended amount and just that. They don't take it to the extreme. They don't go overboard. They can take a little bit of edibles and be fine. You can't, because to you, a little bit is not enough. You think it can't get me there. It can't do what it's supposed to do. The effect isn't going to be strong enough. And yet you don't wait. The thing with edibles is that you take an edible and you wait, 35, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and then see how you feel. And if it's not enough, then take another one. But no, you just sit there and pop them in your mouth like Tic Tacs. And then they all catch up to you. And next thing you know, you're incoherent, you're babbling, you don't know what you're saying.
To each their own. And another thing is I don't like eating. Like, when I first moved in, I bought a package of sausages, chicken sausages, spicy chicken sausages.
In my opinion, I don't think Chantal should be doing the edibles at all. She should not be doing the green products. Let me tell you why. Because she's a food addict. And whatever the green product is, whether it's the roll-ups, whether it's the edibles, all that does is supercharge the bee monster in her head. It just makes it more voracious. It makes her want to eat more. So she does the edibles and she'll do them one right after the other, one right after the other. And the next thing you know, she's eating everything in the house, everything in the street. Like, it just supercharges it. It just pumps it full of rocket fuel and says, let's go. Let's go to all the fast food restaurants. Let's hit them all up at the same time. She'll eat and eat and eat and mow everything down in her path. Like, just, if you got a problem with food, like she does, doing something that makes you even hungrier, not a good idea.
Sausages, halal ones. Salats at Everest. Yeah. With Juice, imagine. Juice needs her own Sherpa. Hey, Reese boy. It makes you anxious. Yeah, same. Thanks, Nicole. I love you guys.
Maybe it's because you do too much. Maybe that's where the anxiety is coming from. Doing too much. Maybe a little bit won't make you anxious, but too much will definitely make you anxious.
If you're already depressed, you'll make it worse. True. Hey, Missy Med. Juice's cute orange eyes. Yeah. I'll do some updates maybe later today, or by tomorrow I'll post some things about Juicy Juice. Juice! Made you paranoid. Didn't help with your pain. Oh, yeah. If it doesn't help you, then you can take there's CBD that doesn't have any, like, but yeah, for me, that's it for me. I'm done.
Sure, Jan. Sure, you're done. I also think she might be taking the edibles and whatever else as a way to keep herself from talking too much, like getting too angry and spilling the tea. So to keep from doing that, she has to medicate herself heavily because she wants to talk. I think she wants to talk to us. She's just afraid of opening her mouth. So it's like, I've got to medicate myself. I've got to numb myself out so I don't go too far.
My stomach. Juice.
I don't feel bad for you. You sat there and ate a whole bunch of food and now you're going to complain about your stomach? How many times have you been through this? You should know better.
Juice.
I mean, there's a lesson in this, Chantal. If you don't want your tummy to hurt, don't stuff yourself full of food. Because you know what's going to happen. 10 minutes after you're done, you got to go to the bathroom.
Going on a road trip, super.
No, you're not. Because if you were going on a road trip, why aren't you going anywhere? I mean, the suitcase is in the back seat. Just go, right? Just go. Unless that's mom's car and you can't go. And from my experience, most road trips happen in the morning. Like if you got a road trip somewhere, like you get everything packed up and the next morning you're off and rolling. Most people start their road trips, if they can help it, first thing in the morning or early in the day. So they can be on the road all day if they're going a long distance.
The Julia emoticon. Really? Yeah. It can be used medicinally, probably effectively if it's used right and you're using the right strains and everything like that.
Yeah, so why aren't you?
Will I be able to make camping vlogs? Yeah.
Please do. Please make camping vlogs. I want to see that content. Make it happen. Chantal camping. Oh, make it happen. That'll be great. Fantastic idea, Chantal. I fully support that. Go camping. Let's see you deal with camping. I want to see Foodie Beauty out in the woods roughing it. What do y'all think? Good idea? I think that's a fantastic idea. Maybe if she did go actual camping, her little spoiled, entitled, bratty, comfortable marshmallow self out in the woods, having to deal with the woods, she might have a newfound appreciation for all of life's little luxuries, for a nice, warm, comfortable bed, for a washing machine and a clothes dryer and fast food restaurants and Uber Eats. She would appreciate all the things that she takes for granted. Do it, Chantal. Do it. Make it happen.
I'm just not going to say where we camp.
Who's we? Who's we? Who are you going camping with?
Endocrine paranoia. Ah. Okay. I did hear that. I also go to therapy weekly. So, coming to Florida. That's great. No. Meowsers, hello. Smokey's rehomed and happy, so whatever. I messaged like a bunch of rescues for him and none of them would take him. The SPC.
What? I messaged a bunch of people. Furry Tales said they would take Smokey in. So if you're concerned for the pet's welfare, why didn't you give Smokey to Furry Tales? Oh, that's right, because you were afraid that FFG would get Smokey. and give him to a friend like she said she would. So what is this nonsense? I messaged a bunch of people and nobody would take him in. That's a bunch of horse crap. There's actually an organization that is in Canada that takes in obese cats. Did you send a message to them too? So between that organization and Furry Tales, somebody would have taken them in. But you being spiteful and hateful as you are, all you're thinking about is, I don't want FFG to get to him. If you were a real pet owner, you wouldn't care where he ended up as long as it was a great owner who could take care of him. If you really loved him just a little bit, that would be your priority. Not about, I don't want FFG to get one over on me again.
You have to fill out a form, then the manager has to review it. It's not, I needed to like rehome him ASAP because I had to be out of there. So I was really...
Well, what's your excuse now? You got the car. Even if it's mom's car, if you said to mom, look, I got this cat and I shouldn't have gotten this cat. Can I take your car and drive to an organization somewhere and get him rehomed real quick? I'm sure mom would have said yes. I'm sure she would have. That might have shocked her. You doing something thoughtful for something other than yourself. You using the car for something other than streaming and eating. I'm sure she would have said yes, or maybe there was somebody else in the family that could have helped you in that regard. So don't sit there and say that nobody wanted to help you, that nobody could take them in. Stop it. We don't believe you.
Worried about that. So I'm just like, maybe if I lie and say that he was found, because if I don't say that, they're going to be like, okay, well, you know.
And it would be such an obvious lie, Chantal, saying, I found this cat. The cat was obese. Obviously, he wasn't a stray. He wasn't skinny.
The onus is on you to rehome him. And it's like, I don't have time. Like, it's urgent, you know? It has to be urgent. But that backfired, so.
So your priority was, I have to get this cat away from me as quickly as possible, versus finding the right owner, finding a good organization, and just filling out some paperwork. How long does that take, Chantal? Filling out some paperwork, just a few minutes? You couldn't spare a few minutes? You can sit here on live stream for an hour and babble about nothing, but you can't spare a few minutes for another living life that depends on you, that you decided to bring into your company and put on camera and use for a grift? You can't spare a few minutes for an animal? You can't do right for just a few minutes? Can't be bothered? No, you try to do with Smokey what you did with BBJ. There were so many people in your chat at that time saying, if you don't want BBJ or Sam, I'll take them in, no questions asked. But all you were thinking about was, whoever the person is in my chat, there might be a chance that they might expose me on a channel because they're connected to my channel, therefore they can't get the animal. I want to hide the animal somewhere where nobody will know where it is and I can continue to lie about it. That's why you chose Amy Flowers, because you thought, here's a viewer, they're bedridden. And even though BBJ needs serious medical care and many vet visits, I'm going to give somebody a cat while they're bedridden, knowing they can't take the cat to the vet. And something tragic might have happened to BBJ. But at that point, you didn't care because all of your evil secrets would be hidden. So here we are again with the same attitude. Not that you did anything to Smokey because you didn't have time, but you are still concerned with hiding the cat versus finding a good owner. You suck.
Anyways, they know the whole story now, so.
Yeah, but that's because people reached out to them and told them, no, the cat wasn't found. She got it from somebody else. Your lies got exposed, and that's how they knew.
My YouTube plaque, yeah.
And all of that nonsense could have been prevented if she had just gone to the organization and said, look, I have a cat. I got it from somebody, and it's not a good fit for me. Can you please rehome the cat for me? She started out relations and communications with the organization using lies. See how they come back and haunt you, Foodie? If you don't tell the lie in the first place, if you tell the truth, then all the backlash won't come, will it? No, because you told the truth. But you lie when you don't have to lie. And that ultimately gets you in trouble.
But Smokey's rehomed. Yeah, I can understand why you did that. I didn't even think like, oh, maybe they're going to try to find the owner now. Like, you know, they're going to, I just thought they would be like, okay, you know.
Well, of course, they're going to try to find the owner. If you're saying to an organization, I found this cat, I found it, and I need to leave the country in a few days. Any organization, if you're coming to them saying, I found this cat, I don't know where it came from, of course they're going to put the word out and say, does anybody recognize this little guy? Does he belong to somebody? Before they rehome him, they're going to try to find the owner first. But you knew of the owner. You knew where he came from. But again, you started out things with a lie when you shouldn't have lied, when you could have told the truth. And see, this is the big problem that people have with you, Foodie. You like to try to paint this picture to your beezers that we're all a bunch of meanie heads and bullies, that we talk about you strictly because of your weight. Let me tell you something. Your weight is way down at the bottom of the list. There are so many things that you do and that you are that we talk about that are more talk worthy. Your problematic behavior, your lies, that's the topic of conversation most of the time. Your weight is either for you to deal with or not deal with. It's your body, it's your choice. Nobody can stop you from getting smaller or getting bigger. Your body, your dominion. But it's your problematic behavior. And it's your lies, your constant lying that we don't like. If you just stop lying, it'd be a little bit different, I think. We wouldn't like you. But if you don't like the speculation, if you don't like the theories, you can stop all that by telling the doggone truth.
Yes, he would die on the streets. If he was put on the street, he can't, I don't think he has any survival instincts. He rolls around to get around. Like, he's like,
We're talking about the cat, and yet the things you're saying about the cat could also apply to you. He doesn't have any survival instincts. He rolls around. Isn't that pretty much you?
you know?
I mean, didn't you choose Smokey just because he was somewhat a little bit like you as far as being obese and not being very mobile?
Like, no, I would never have him on the street, so.
Lies. I really do hope that Smokey found a good home. I don't know where he went, but I hope that Smokey is doing very well. I really do hope that. I hope that she wasn't heartless enough to just dump him on the street.
Come to Texas and we can go see the Alamo and eat barbecue. Halal barbecue. No. I miss Smokey Beezer. A special guest, yeah. Poor guy. USABs. Rolling around the streets. Rolling around the streets. Eating treats. Anyways. It'd be so cool to see videos of Chantal in USA. Yeah, I haven't done videos there, right? Anyways, I mean, I can go anywhere I want. I have my suitcase. I have my juice case.
I don't think you're going to go very far in Mom's car. That's just my opinion.
Non-halal, yeah, I know. I'm only joking. I don't eat pork, but sometimes I eat halal. Like, if I'm in a grocery store and I can buy halal meat, I will. He's taken care of now, so it's all good. Exactly, yeah. Yep. Yeah, and the woman who has him, like, she huge animal lover. Like
I hope that's true, but to be honest, I don't trust her. I don't trust Chantal. Finding someone who's a huge animal lover, I just don't trust it because she doesn't care about animals. She doesn't care where they go. She doesn't care what happens to them. But I hope for Smokey's sake, he's all right.
yeah, exactly, Pajami. Kauai has palm trees. And they have some shrubbery. I don't have to wear my hijab around my family, but I'm trying to think if I want coffee.
You just sat there and complained about your tummy not feeling well, and then you're going to drink coffee. Bathroom bees.
My toe is still healing. Slowly, because I'm walking on it all the time. Like I just moved house with a broken toe. I should go to the pyramids. We did want to go there, Solana. Please make sure you meet with your twin. If I leave the country, for sure, Pumpy. Coffee's always a yes. Just had Hey, Witchy. Thank you, Meowsers. Looks like it's gonna rain. But yeah, going camping.
How is she going to go camping with broken toes, though?
My family has a camper that can sleep like 8 people, so just gotta hook up the CPAP. What's he doing with an oxygen tank? He's traveling to Mars, back from Mars to come here.
I can't see Foodie camping with her family because Foodie's going to be complaining the entire time. If the family is going to go camping as a family event or something, she's going to be the wet blanket on the whole thing, just constantly complaining and whining and blah, blah, blah. I mean, she's going to be just something that's going to make everybody not have fun.
Thanks, Witchy. It's the Rouge Saint Germain. My coffee tolerance has decreased. It just hurts my stomach, and I don't really.
I have no sympathy for your stomach ailments, Foodie. Just because you go out of your way to give yourself intestinal distress, constantly eating all the fast food when you know you have no gallbladder, drinking the coffee when you know your tummy already feels bad, like you put yourself in a lot of pain. And if you decide to do that and that is your choice, I can't feel sympathetic towards you. You make yourself feel ill.
Climbing Mount Fuji. There are a lot of seats in that car. Yeah. No, 4. It's an Outlander. Thank you. Panica. Coffee gives you panic. Yeah, it can make you jittery. I find espresso makes me.
Shut up.
Well, mashallah. But my sciatica seems to be gone or in remission. I don't know what.
Oh, shut up. You never had sciatica. You never had it.
Just my toe now bothering me, and of course being fat. That's it. Shave around your lips? Yeah, I do. I shave my mustache. Gwanda negative. What? Alien bees. Hey, Becca. Oh, it's one that will go with all blood types. Missy Mad, welcome to Verified Beezers. Welcome. I wonder what places I'll be exploring next. It's 100 degrees. It is 23 degrees Celsius here right now. So, not bad. Wax your lady stash. There's a blur in the background. I never saw that. Are you allowed to have a stun gun? I don't think so. You would jump in a fight for me, Scrape?
Okay, like she's getting really, really boring. I mean, this whole stream was. So I'm going to cut it off here. I told y'all it's going to be one of my shorter reacts. I can't spend too terribly long on her tonight anyway, because I have to work until 5 in the morning. But you guys get the gist of what's going on here. This is another, I'm doing a live stream during my lunch break or when mom gives me the car for an hour and I've got a car curfew and I have to return it. She's just allowing me enough rope where I can get in the car, do my live stream, eat my lunch, and then I have to get out of the car and go back in the house. That's not her car, though. That's mom's car. All right, so that's it for this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.